On Global TV News Express, in the headlines, First Lady gives police, military retirees, others 950 million naira. Senate confirms 11 justices for Supreme Court completing its bench. Port Harcourt refinery begins operations. Plus, UEFA bid to block Super League broke EU law, says court. Hello and welcome to all our viewers in Nigeria and around the world to News Express on Global TV Live in the nation's capital, Abuja. I am Jumai Manson. Now the news in full. Vice President Kashim Shettima has encouraged Nigerian youth to be more committed to building the nation. Shettima, represented by the Special Advisor to the President on We apologize for that break in transmission. It was just due to technicalities beyond our control. Vice President Kashim Shettima has encouraged Nigerian youths to be more committed to building the nation. Shettima, represented by the Special Advisor to the President on Economic Matters, Office of the Vice President, Tokwe Fasao, was addressing the graduates of the Leadership Enhancement and Development Program, LEAD-P. He said that she sees every opportunity such as the LEAD-P as a call to serve more effectively, affirming that leadership challenges are changing and becoming more complex in present times. No fewer than 250 police, military retirees and other senior citizens across the country will be supported with 950 million naira by the wife of the president, Oluremi Tinubu. According to her, each of the beneficiaries will receive 100,000 naira. Tinubu disclosed this at the maiden edition of the Renewed Hope Initiative, earlier supported scheme on Thursday in Abuja. She noted that the scheme is to caution the effect of the economic situation on senior citizens. She noted the 36 states of the Federation will be given 250 million naira each to give to the beneficiaries. The Attorney General of the Federation, AGF, and Minister of Justice Lateef Fagbemi has said President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is determined to recover and repatriate the country's stolen funds stashed in foreign countries. Speaking during the commissioning of the new office complex of the Ilorin Zonal Command of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, the AGF said that the present administration is determined to rid Nigeria of corruption. Fagbemi, who said that the recovery and repatriation of Nigerian stolen wealth was an issue of great concern to the administration, adding that the EFCC is expected to continue to lead charge to trace, recover, and facilitate the return of our stolen wealth. Over now to the federal government today confirmed the commencement of operations at the Port Harcourt refinery and petrochemical company in Rivers State. It announced that the facility commenced operation on December 20th, 2023, as that the first phase of work at the plant have been completed, adding that refined petroleum products will start flowing from the refinery after the Christmas break. The government had earlier in the year stated that the Port Harcourt refinery will begin operations before the end of 2023. The Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Senator Hannekeen Lakpurbery, who led members of the refinery steering committee to inspect the facility, congratulated the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited and Nigerians in general for the feat. The Senate has confirmed the appointment of 11 justices to the Supreme Court following a rigorous screening by the Senate Committee on Judiciary, Human Rights and Legal Matters, chaired by Senator Muhammad Mungunu, APC Borno North. The confirmed Supreme Court justices include Justice Haruna Tasmani, Northeast, who previously chaired the Presidential Election Petition Court, Justice Moore Adumian, South-South, Justice Jumai Sankei, North Central, Justice Chidebere Uwa, Southeast, Justice Choma Uwosu-Iheme, Southeast, amongst others. This elevation brings the total number of justices on the Supreme Court bench to 21, fulfilling the constitutional quota as stipulated in the 1999 Constitution as amended. The completion of the Supreme Court bench to its full strength of 21 justices is a historical first in the court's office. The Supreme Court today has reserved judgment in the appeal by Governor Abba Yusuf of Kano State, challenging the ruling of the appeal court that sacked him from office. The Justice Iyang Okoro-led 5-member panel of judges reserved their decision after hearing closing arguments from both parties. Yusuf and the New Nigerian People's Party had filed an appeal against the Court of Appeal November 17 ruling, which declared the candidate of the All Progressive Congress, Yusuf Gawuna, as the winner of the March 26, 2023 governorship poll. We'll bring more details in our subsequent bulletin. The Zamfara state government has budgeted a sum of 424.3 billion naira for the 2024 fiscal year, presenting the budget before the State House of Assembly. Governor Dauda Lawal said his administration will give priority attention to security, health, and education. He also promised to end banditry in the state, which he said was responsible for the snail's pace of development. In line with President Bola Tinubu's directive, the Nigerian Railway Corporation, NRC, has announced commencement of free train service on its entire passenger service from today, December 21st to January 4th, 2024. Both days inclusive. NRC, in a statement signed by its management yesterday, said passengers advised to obtain their free tickets via the online e-ticketing platforms only. Tickets will not be issued at any of the corporation's train stations. NRC said no commuter will be allowed to board the train without a ticket. The National Association of Nigerian Students has lauded President Bola Tinubu for the 2023 Yuletide season transport discount. The president of NAS, Pedro Obi, gave the commendation in a statement issued on Wednesday in Enugu while appreciating Tinubu's commitment to the welfare of Nigerians. Obi said that the decision demonstrated Tinubu's commitment to the welfare of Nigerians and showcased a proactive step towards alleviating the burden being faced by travelers. You're watching the News Express live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. We're on Star Times channel 276. Kindly follow us on all social media platforms using at Global TV NG and other handles now showing on your screen. When News Express returns, youth unemployment increased to 7.2% in Q2 NBS. The news continues shortly with details and this and more stories right after this break. Please stay with us. You're welcome back, and if you're just tuning in, this is Global News Express. Thank you for staying with us. And now over to our foreign desk. Voters in DR Congo are due to go to the poll again today in a general election marked by severe logistical troubles that meant some polling stations never opened. The improvised but mineral-rich Central African nation staged 4 concurrent elections on Wednesday to pick a president. National and regional lawmakers as well as local councillors, but the vote on Wednesday was marked by massive delays nationwide, with the Electoral Commission still attempting to deliver materials to voting stations long after polls were meant to have opened. In some cases, polls never opened, leaving people unable to cast ballots. 12 people have lost their lives while 13 others were injured in a mining accident in northeast China. The incident took place at 3:50 p.m. local time on Wednesday at a coal mine on the outskirts of the Jing city in Holojing province. The accident, which involved a vehicle in the mine's incline shaft, caused 12 deaths and injured 13. And injuries are reported to have all been sent to the hospital for treatment. A 70-year-old man claims Simons have been exonerated after a United States judge ruled that he was not involved in the crime he was accused of and jailed for. Simmons have served 48 years, 1 month and 18 days, almost half a century in prison for the murder of the Carolyn Rogers during a liquor store robbery in an Oklahoma City suburb. In an order of Tuesday, Oklahoma Country District Judge Amy Palumbo exonerated Simmons. This court finds by clear and convincing evidence that the offense for which Simmons was convicted, sentenced and imprisoned was not committed by Simmons, Palumbo said in a ruling. Over to our business desk, the unemployment rate among youth aged between the age of 15 to 24 years increased to 7.2% in the second quarter of 2023. The National Bureau of Statistics has said this was contained in a report titled Nigerian Labor Force Statistics Report Q2 2023, released today by the NBS. The NBS also said the Nigerians' unemployment rate increased to 4.2% from 4.1% recorded in Q1, indicating an increase of 0.1%. The NBS said it enhanced its methodology of collecting labor market data through the Nigerian Labor Force Survey. In line with International Labour Organization guidelines, and the unemployment rate is defined as a share of the labor force who are not employed but who are actively searching and are available for work. Europe's top court ruled on Thursday that moves by football governing bodies UEFA and FIFA to stifle the creation of a rival Super League had broken EU law. The FIFA and UEFA rule making any new inter-club football project subject to their prior approval, such as the Super League, and prohibiting clubs and players from playing in those competitions are unlawful. The European Court of Justice ruled the summary of the written judgment stressed that its ruling doesn't necessarily mean that the Super League project should now be authorized, just that FIFA and UEFA have been abusing a dominant position in the football market. As we end the News Express, let's take a quick look at some of our top stories again. We brought to you that First Lady gifts police military retirees others 950 million naira. And then we said Senate has confirmed 11 justices from Supreme Court completing its bench. Port Harcourt refinery has begun operations. We also told you UEFA bid to block Super League broke EU law, says court. And that's it on News Express, and it came to you live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja, on Star Times channel 276. Kindly follow us across all social media platforms using at Global TV NG and other handles now showing on your screen. I am Jumai Manson. Thank you for watching. See you again. Good evening.